Alright everyone, how you doing? I'm Ray from Pigs in the Pines Farm, and today we're going to do two things. We're going to review one of my favorite snoozes, and we're going to show you the new incubator we just bought. So before we go off, let me show you. This is from Mr. Snoopy. He sent me a little care package, and one of the ones that he sent me that is by far one of my favorites, I wish they made this again, is Off-Road. Snoopy Brandy Alexander. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this in, and then I'll tell you the story of what's been going on lately and what little things we've had happen on the farm, and we'll just go ahead and start getting some reviews done. So, Snoopy Brandy Alexander. Right off the bat, I don't even need any flavor to start meddling in. You can immediately, when you put it in your mouth, because I see some people do the whole, or they'll pull the lip. I like to throw it on my tongue and move it up, so I get a little taste of what I'm going to get later on. I can't remember what he exactly told me, and I guess I could if I wanted to go online and see, but to me, this is right off the bat. You can taste that brandy, and that brandy is so good. But I almost get like a little, I want to say like a little cocoa, a little, chocolate hint. It's very small, but brandy all the way, and it's a good one. It's not like you got some well brandy at the, the Poor Jim's or, one of these different bars. It's very good, and it's very light. It's not too sweet. It's not too, like some of the ones when my buddy gave me a whiskey flavor to have, too, just awful. So, before I bring this incubator out and let you see this one, I used to have two incubators. They're the ones that are made from styrofoam, and I have one that's about this tall, and then I have one that's much bigger, fit bigger eggs in there, give the chicks a little more breathing room so they don't get touched by that hot heating element. Because that can cause birth defects, it can cause their beaks to be what we call scissored. And I had a guinea that was scissored, called him Popeye. He got too close to the heating element, so his beak was scissored like this, so every time he ate, he kind of had to scoop it, and it would spill out everywhere, but he ate pretty good. And he had one eye. The other one got, he overheated when he was developing from the heating element. So, he looked like Popeye, So, my wife started using my big incubator for her emu eggs. We have emus on my farm, and we were trying to hatch a few. Unfortunately, the AC and the heat went out on my top floor. So that's where we had the incubator, and we just went ahead and tried to see if we could hatch it because the emus, something spooked them, and they decided they weren't going to sit on the eggs anymore. He got up and left the nest, and he didn't want to sit back down. So we took them, and we tried to hatch a few, and just slowly they started exploding. And going bad, and we didn't have any hatch, unfortunately. Last year I tried, and I almost had a few hatch, so we're going to try again next year, because they only lay seasonal. But when the eggs did blow up in my incubator, the problem was that, it's fetuses, and so there's meat bits in there and everything, and it's already rotted inside before it blows up. Now that it's out and we didn't have any time to get to it because we were at work, or I was headed right out the door when I saw it, it just had hours and hours and hours to heat up. The smell was horrendous. My wife has tried to clean out the incubator. I'm going to try to clean it some more, but the incubator just stinks to high hell. I don't even want to touch it. So my wife bought me a new incubator. So we're going to use the bigger one. For the emu eggs, we're going to try to see if we can clean it up and still use it. My smaller one, what I'll do is when I put my eggs in this incubator, they have 21 days to hatch. I usually wait till the day 23 to throw any eggs that haven't hatched away, because there is some late hatches and there's some early hatches. So I'll take them from here when the automatic egg turner stops at 19. That gives you your 3 days notice. You can take it off. Take the other incubator that's already been running really nice and good, and you put the eggs in there. Once you do that, you can go ahead and restart this incubator, running another 22 eggs. And that way, 3 days, those eggs will be hatched. They can move around. All the bits of blood sac and, you know, juice and just eggshells and all that gore stays in the easy to clean, you know, incubator, while the nicer one is still running with your next batch of chickens. Because say I only wanted 10 chickens. If I got 10 biddies, which is a baby chick, I'll probably only have 5. They die from lots of different things. You might get them to adulthood, or even as a teenager, as a pullet, and they get picked off by a predator. They're kind of stupid. They get scared. A dog comes. You know, they run in the woods. They can't find their way back. A hawk gets them. So I always hatch way more chickens than I need. That way, if they start getting picked off, it's not a big deal. I have extra. Because at the end of each year, I like them to be on, when they're on their 2nd year, they get eaten. So I always have the 2-year-olds, 1-year-olds. And so as I'm killing these ones are laying eggs, I'm hatching, these ones get killed off. It's always a rotation game. That way me and my wife will always have meat in the freezer. We are, you know, wanting to live off the land, and this is one of the things that you have to do, is plan your meat. You know, I hunt, so I usually take 3 deer a year. I don't like to over hunt. I'll hunt on all different types of land, and if I don't get anything, I will hunt on my own property and only take 3 does. I do not go for bucks. Bucks, excuse my language, bucks fuck. So, if a buck fucks, then you have does. So, take the does. You know, there's more does than there is bucks in my area all day long. So, take the does. So, we'll always have that. And then, you know, we have more than enough pig. We butchered 3 500-pound hogs last year. Yeah, I think it was close to the end of last year. And so we will have enough pig to live for years. It is just me and my wife. Even if we have company over once in a while, there's no way we can go through it. I literally have a hog's leg and thigh in the freezer too. So we will always have meat. But you need to also think about pork, chicken, you know, different things. I hunt for squirrel, rabbit, and possums and raccoons all year too. You know, I love squirrel. Rabbits are good too. You just can't have a diet of just rabbit. It's too lean of a meat. So before this video goes off, let me show you. So this is what we've basically got. And it fits right on there. So you have the display screen, you've got the humidity, you've got the temperature, you've got a built-in egg handler right here. So what that is when you take an egg out, you can put it on the light, and if you're in a dark room, you can see the productivity, the livability, you know, everything about the egg, so you know if it's bad, go ahead and toss it. If it's still living, what stage is it at? And you always want to make sure. So it comes with a fan built in. You always like to have the fans. It increases the circulation inside there, gets fresh air, moves it around, which means less CO2 inside at the very bottom, which means a higher hatch rate. This is the egg turner. What I like about this one is my other egg turner was big and bulky, and it moves side to side. This one, you lay the eggs down, and as it moves, it just kind of rolls the eggs. So then when you're ready to, that 3-day, if you didn't have, but this is one incubator, you would just take this out, the eggs would still be in there, you're good. Then it comes with what I also like, an inner reservoir. So, usually with the cheaper ones, you have to take off the whole top and try to pour water past a screen to get into the reservoirs to keep the humidity up. So you're losing temperature, losing humidity, and you're spreading water all over the place. With this, you can see, all you do, you pour water in here, and it fills up the center. That's for the 1st through the 18th day. When it's 19, you take this cap off, you fill this one up too. So now both of them are filled up. This one will fill up the whole entire section. That brings your humidity up. You only want 50 to 55% humidity from day 1 to 19. between 19 and 21, or I say till 23, you want that to be 75. So 70 to 78, I like 75 is the best. And that is so that the chickens can get out, they can hatch perfectly, the shell is not too hard, and then it's really easy to clean. This is hard plastic. This isn't like the styrofoam like you get at the other stores. And it's easy and simple just to put back together, and it's done. So with it having an automatic egg turner, a built-in humidifier, or hydrometer, built-in fan, it also has the vent at the top, so you can cut off and help what you do is after you pour your water in, you wait about 3 hours, and then you'll see what the humidity is in here, and then you'll adjust with this to get to the right humidity. This, all along, it's called the Nurture Right 360. I absolutely love this. Now, I haven't plugged it in and used it yet, and we'll do that, and we'll get back to this video, and we'll see, follow them along, see how many we actually got out of 22. I am going to go ahead and start it today. But yes, I wanted to talk about this because I love the sturdiness of this incubator. I am glad we spent the extra money. If you love chickens the way I do, and you want them to be happy, and you want to hatch your own, that way you don't spend $5 on a baby chick, it ranges 3 to 5, then get one of these. It's super easy. Put it in a room where the temperature basically stays the same, 75, and it'll be good. I'm going to cut this video off, but then I'm going to upload part 2, and we're going to talk about the flavor of the off-road Snoopy Brandy, Alexander, and a little bit about what's going on the farm. Stay tuned, and thank you.